We have been abused really for a long time, and we will be abused no longer.
April 2, the day Donald Trump has due Liberation Day. On this day, President Trump plans to roll out a set of tariffs that he promises will rebalance the global trade, benefiting the United States by imposing reciprocal tariffs on all the countries with which the US has a trade deficit. But what does this mean for India and other countries? Let's break it down for you. President Trump has proposed a new tariff plan to address what he calls unfair trade practices. He claims that the US charges lower tariffs while other countries, including India, impose high duties on American goods. This, according to Trump, results in a $1 trillion trade deficit that harms US industries and workers. Now, what exactly is reciprocal tariffs? Reciprocal tariffs means that the Trump plans to impose tariffs on the countries that have a trade deficit with the United States, essentially making them match the tariffs the US faces. But there's a catch. No one knows exactly which tariffs will be imposed or when they will take effect. Now, interestingly, if we talk about India's trade with the United States, then India's trade with the United States from 2021 to 2024, the US was India's largest trading partner, with bilateral trade reaching nearly $120 billion in 2023 to 2024 alone. Now, India's top exports to the United States includes drugs, pharmaceuticals, telecom equipment, jewelry, and textiles. However, experts say that the Trump's tariffs could hurt certain Indian sectors, especially the electronics and the agriculture exports. Now, India's electronics sector, particularly the mobile phones, faces the highest tariff risk with exports worth $11.1 billion. A 9% tariff increase could significantly impact this sector. Additionally, the processed foods, sugar, and seafood could also be affected by the high tariffs. Experts predict that India could lose up to $7 billion annually due to these tariffs. The country's GDP growth could also see a minor decline by 5 to 10 basis points. But the big question here comes is, will Trump be kind to India? Now, Trump has promised that his tariffs will be kind compared to the tariffs imposed by other countries. But how kind is yet to be seen. India is hopeful that the United States will reduce the barriers, especially with talks between US Deputy Secretary of State and Indian officials. On Liberation Day, that is 2nd of April, India remains cautiously optimistic. The hope is that Trump's tariff won't be as harsh as feared, but the government is ready for any outcome. Now, if we look at the global impact, then the Trump's reciprocal tariffs are causing significant friction on the global stage. China, the EU, Mexico, and Canada all are taking action, and these trade tensions will have lasting effects on international relations and global markets. China, long at the center of trade disputes with the United States, is one of the hardest hit countries by these tariffs. Trump has long criticized the US-China trade deficit, and now the tariffs have hit with the full force. With a weighted average tariff rate of 7.1% on US exports, China has retaliated with its own countermeasures. If we talk about the European Union, then European Union, one of the largest United States trading partners, is also struggling with these tariffs. With higher duties on sectors like automobile, agriculture, and machinery, the European Union has begun looking for concessions to minimize the damage, hoping to secure a partial removal of US tariffs.
Every country will be reciprocal. That's right. Every country. Won't affect everybody because there's some where we have similar tariffs. But the ones that are taking advantage of the United States, we're going to have it's reciprocity, it's reciprocal.
What countries will those go on?
Everybody. Steel.
Including Canada and Mexico?
Yeah. Any steel coming into the United States is going to have a 25% tariff.
Now, there is a Mexico and Canada. If we talk about them, who will face 25% tariffs on imports to the US starting 2nd of April, these tariffs have sparked fierce backlash from both the countries. Mexico's president has condemned the tariffs, citing a decline in fentanyl seizures and promised retaliatory tariffs. Canada, too, is not backing down. These new tariffs threaten to undermine the USMCA trade agreement between the US, Mexico, and Canada and further strain the diplomatic relations. Both countries have warned that these tariffs could lead to more significant economic disruption. Trump's new tariffs are poised to affect India's electronics, agriculture, and jewelry exports. The outcome depends on how these tariffs are applied, but India is bracing for potential losses. Stay tuned for more update. With that, it's a wrap. For more such updates, keep watching moneycontrol.com and please like, share and subscribe to Money Control's YouTube channel.